Alex Carter was 27 years old. He lived in a small, dim apartment in the heart of the city. The walls were bare, except for a single calendar marked with deadlines he constantly missed. The hum of traffic outside was a constant reminder of how far behind he felt in life. Every morning, he woke up feeling heavier than the day before. Bills stacked up, emails went unanswered, and the echoes of past failures replayed in his mind. Anxiety had become a quiet companion, whispering that he was not enough. He worked as a graphic designer at a small firm, but the passion that once drove him had vanished. Each project felt like a chore, each email a burden. His social life had dwindled, his friends had moved on with their careers, marriages, or travels, leaving him isolated. Even weekends offered no respite, just empty hours staring at the ceiling, wondering how he ended up here. One evening, after another long day of unfinished work, Alex scrolled through his phone aimlessly. He stumbled upon a video titled, "Give this story 5 minutes, it will heal your mind." Something about it drew him in. He clicked play, half expecting it to be another meaningless motivational talk. But this one was different. The video told the story of a man named Elias, a wise mentor who helped people regain their sense of purpose. Alex listened as the narrator described how Elias guided his students through simple, yet profound exercises that rewired their thinking. By the time the video ended, Alex felt a stirring inside him, a small spark of curiosity. He realized he had been waiting for someone or something to guide him out of the fog he had been living in. The next day, Alex searched for Elias. He found a small coaching center tucked between two old buildings in the city. The sign above the door read, "Elias Mind Life Coaching." Hesitation gripped him, but he pushed open the door. The scent of old books mixed with faint lavender filled the air. Sunlight filtered through tall windows, casting soft shadows across the wooden floor. Elias was seated at a small table in the corner. He was in his late 50s, with silver hair and calm eyes that seemed to see through every thought. "Alex, right?" he said without waiting for introduction. "I've been expecting you." His voice was steady, warm, and oddly reassuring. Alex nodded, unsure how to respond. I just don't know how to move forward," he admitted. "I feel stuck. I feel like I've wasted so much time." Elias gestured to a chair opposite him. "Sit. Well, start simple. I don't promise miracles overnight, but I can teach you something that lasts." He handed Alex a notebook and a pen. "For the next 30 days, you will do exactly what I tell you. No excuses. Your mind is like a garden. Right now, weeds have taken over. We are going to plant seeds instead. One step at a time." Alex left the center feeling skeptical but strangely hopeful. That night, he opened the notebook. The first task was simple yet challenging. For the next week, write down every negative thought you have. Then, for each thought, write one small action you can take to counter it. The first few days were brutal. Every thought seemed heavier than the last. "I'm a failure." What action could he take? He wrote, "Send one email to a client I've been avoiding." The next day, I'll reply to that overdue message. Each small step felt insignificant, yet he noticed a subtle shift. He was moving. He was taking control, even if just slightly. Elias' lessons grew progressively deeper. Week 2 focused on gratitude. Each morning, Alex listed 3 things he often overlooked: the sunlight streaming through his window, the coffee he brewed with care, the sound of the city waking up. At first, it felt awkward. He caught himself thinking, "This won't change anything." But by the end of the week, he noticed a lightness. He began seeing small pockets of beauty and possibility in his life. One afternoon, Elias assigned a more challenging task. Walk outside and talk to one stranger every day, he instructed. No agenda. Just connect. Alex felt a wave of panic. The thought of approaching strangers made his chest tighten. But he trusted Elias and stepped out. On his first attempt, he simply complimented a woman's scarf. She smiled. He felt a spark he hadn't felt in months. The next day, he helped an elderly man carry groceries. Each interaction reminded him that connection was possible, that life extended beyond his apartment walls. By the third week, the exercises became even more immersive. Elias asked Alex to confront his fear of failure head-on. Create something imperfect, he said. Post it. Share it. Face the judgment. Alex spent hours designing a small digital poster. He hesitated, heart pounding, before uploading it to a social platform. The first comment was a simple "nice work." Others followed, some positive, some critical. For the first time in years, Alex felt alive. The fear no longer controlled him. During one session, Elias shared a story. "Alex," he said, "most people think healing comes from avoiding pain. But true growth comes when you face it, step by step. Life isn't about instant transformation. It's about consistent action, even when it feels impossible." Alex nodded, taking in every word. He realized that he had been waiting for a sudden change, a dramatic moment to lift him out of despair. But transformation was quieter, patient, built on small victories. Week 4 focused on reflection. Elias guided Alex through a meditation exercise. He sat cross-legged in the center's quiet room, sunlight warming his face. Close your eyes. Listen to your breath. Notice every thought without judgment. Let them pass like clouds. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness observing them. Alex felt resistance. His mind raced. But slowly, he noticed moments of stillness, gaps between thoughts. He realized he had been over-identifying with his fears and failures. That evening, Elias gave a final task: write a letter to yourself from 5 years in the future. Describe the life you want. Include how you overcame obstacles and what mindset allowed you to grow. Alex spent hours on the letter. He described a life of purpose, creativity, and meaningful connections. He detailed the habits he would cultivate, the mindset he would embrace, and the resilience he had developed. As he finished, a sense of clarity washed over him. Over the next few days, Alex's transformation became visible even to himself. He woke earlier, with energy he hadn't felt in years. He approached tasks with intention. He stopped postponing difficult conversations and responsibilities. He began exercising, reconnecting with friends, and pursuing creative projects without fear of judgment. The anxiety that once dominated his mornings was now a gentle signal, not a controlling force. One afternoon, Alex returned to Elias Center. "I feel different," he said, struggling to find words. "I'm not the same person who walked in here." Elias smiled. "You've done the work. Remember, Alex, change doesn't happen all at once. It's built through consistent, small actions. Your mind is healed not because it avoided pain, but because it learned how to respond." Alex left the center that day with a renewed sense of purpose. The city that once felt oppressive now felt alive with possibilities. He carried his notebook everywhere, writing daily reflections and tasks. He applied Elias' principles not just to work, but to every aspect of life: relationships, health, creativity. He had learned the power of patience, reflection, and consistent effort. Weeks turned into months. Alex started a small online project sharing his journey. He wrote about his struggles, the exercises, and the lessons he learned. His audience grew steadily. People reached out, saying they felt inspired, motivated, or even comforted by his story. Alex realized that by helping himself heal, he had also found a way to help others. One evening, he sat by his apartment window, watching the sunset. The city's noise no longer felt suffocating. It felt like life moving forward, a rhythm he could now participate in. He reflected on how he had almost given up, how he had waited for a miracle that never came. Instead, he created his own miracle through persistent effort, guidance, and willingness to face discomfort. Alex's story teaches a simple, powerful lesson. Healing is possible if you commit to small, consistent steps. You don't need to change everything overnight. Start with one action, one reflection, one connection. Each step compounds, each choice matters. You can rebuild your mind, reshape your habits, and reclaim your life, just as Alex did. Take a moment now and ask yourself, what is one small step you can take today? What thought can you challenge? What action can you complete? Healing begins the moment you decide to act, even if it is just 5 minutes a day. Remember, your mind is resilient. Your life can change. All it takes is the willingness to try, to learn, and to grow. You are not alone in your struggle. Others have walked this path, and you can too. If this story resonated with you, share it with someone who needs hope. Like this video, subscribe for more stories that inspire, and reflect on your own journey. Take a moment today to act, even in the smallest way. Your mind deserves it. Your life deserves it.